The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, fuck the opposition, ain't all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more resto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay. At your distance, I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Coach. First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Jackson now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Naeem Hines, his first carry. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Not the best of starts here offensively. You're back home. You lost a couple games in a row, and here's an early 3 and out to start things off.
And I think they were counting on being at home and having the home crowd carry them along a little bit to help things get better. But the bottom line is you don't get the crowd involved until you play better. They've got to create some first downs, some big plays, things of that nature to make sure that the crowd is right there with them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bishop. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On 3rd down, Bishop. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sin. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now it's Jackson. He's got it to Hilton. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long, escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The former 2nd-round pick. This is Joe Mixon. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Joe Mixon. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Check, 59, 59. It's a party now.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Landry. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That throw into the arms of Allen. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared.
It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. D.D. Westbrook, 78 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bishop. Looking left sideline. Incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down, Bishop. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Draw play. This is Hines. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a convert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Just like that. Just like that.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bishop. The open man is Westbrook. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Throwing on 1st down. Bishop. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. Now he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson looking deep for Hilton. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And take it.
Get ready. Get ready.
the Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. They'll run on first down. Carson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, it's Carson. Chris Jones on the stop.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd and 7, Dobbs. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The rookie first-rounder, Jonathan Abram, there to knock it away.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. turns into a nice play.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ready? Come on now. Come. Yeah. Short. 58. 58's Mike. Hey, let's get in that holes. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. 65.
On first down, Downs to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
58, boys. 58. 58's Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dobbs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
We want it. Come to my world. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Hey, let's get some pressure.
On third down, Dobbs. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A.J. Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And the rush coming, and he he's taken down. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack on first down, Jackson, Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Oh!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Landry now on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. An update now from down in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And 3rd quarter here, you've got to lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They run with Hines. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Watch the safety creep.
On 3rd down, Carson pushes him over. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Carson. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, a little subtle head movement the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch 'cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating 'cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out, I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch.
all on the wrist. Watch how I flip. Watch how I whip. I'm in the whip. All on the wrist. I never switch.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.